Good morning. It is Thursday and it's time for a high five. For Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be talking about the Day of Infamy in America and in history. And I want to talk to you about cycles first. Weathermen understand cycles. They understand if this happens, this is going to happen, and they can tell from Africa, if a hurricane is coming our way. But Ecclesiastes says, to everything there is a season and a time, a purpose for everything under heaven. Now, some of them are just a natural weather made, but some of them are there's astronomical, there's a lot of different things. But Ecclesiastes 1:9, I like it how it says in the New Living Translation. It says, history merely repeats itself. Amplified says, in Ecclesiastes 1:9, that which has been will be again. April 19th through May 1st in history is a day of infamy in America. May 1st is a major occult holiday of Beltane. It's a chief god of the Babylonians, whose name Marduk, and eventually became known as Baal and Bel, both meaning Lord, eventually Beltane. So the 13 days in history demand sacrifice by fire. And so we're going to see how this plays out. 2 Samuel, this is the time from that 2 Samuel in 11:1. It says, it happened in the spring of the year, at the time when kings go to battle, but David stayed home. The voice translation said, the season when most kings took the soldiers out to fight. And so in history, this is just a time of war. So it's a time of civil unrest. If you remember in April, I don't know if a lot of you remember, I really remember because I really study it. April 19th through 21st in 1985, this was the ATF raid on the Covenant of the Sword and the Arm of the Lord. And this was a major FBI, ATF raid on the Covenant of the Sword. And then April 19th, 1989, it was an explosion on the USS Iowa. On April 19th, 1993, and this was one of them that a lot of you will remember, was a Waco Branch Davidian raid by the FBI and the ATF. And several people died in that raid. It was a horrible time. It was a 51-day siege. It was all over the news. 76 died. It ended on April 19th, 1993. It was the front page. I was, if Jennifer and I would have gotten our program working yesterday, I would have been able to show you all the slides. It's a time of civil unrest. April 19th, 1993, it was the Oklahoma City bombing, and we should all remember that one. April 20th, 1999, this was a Columbine high school shooting massacre. April 16th, 2007 was a Virginia Tech massacre. A time of civil unrest. April 16th, 2013, Boston Marathon bombing. And April 18, 2013 was a fertilizer plant explosion in West Texas. Exactly 20 years to the day of the Waco Branch Davidian raid, where 76 people died after a 51-day siege. It's the time of the Texas City explosion, April 16th, 1947. This is America's worst port disaster. It killed approximately 581 people. And we're living in Texas City. I'm filming in Texas City, so there's a huge museum downtown about that. And when I go out to the dike, it's a 5-mile stretch, 5-mile road that goes out into the water, and so you have water on both sides. One time I had a vision. We have the oil refineries there. And I had a vision of one of the ships opening up a container and shooting missiles there. And so we did a lot of, especially this time of year, we do a lot of prayer around that thing. So in history, war cycles, It's a time of a cycle of battle, wars, terrors, civil unrest in the spring with the United States, Israel, and the Jewish people, especially April 19th to 21. So this is where I'm going to finish off today, and tomorrow I'll tell the rest. But what I'm saying is Jesus told us to watch. One of the things we watch is there's a hurricane warning, there's a hurricane watch. Well, this is an April 19th watch. And remember, it starts April 19th to May 1st. It's a 13-day period that demands fire, especially child sacrifice. So God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.